series this year called Step Up. Step Up is season 3 of Step Up, but it's actually its first season on television. It's going to be on Stars, and Neo's on the show, and a bunch of other really, really great actors. And I'm excited about my role. It's a lot of drama. I was shooting the show and my character wasn't even pregnant. So it was actually pretty exciting as a woman to be in that stage of my pregnancy up to 3 weeks before I was, had my son, that I was filming. And it just kept me really excited and invigorated to be a working mom. Or a working almost third child mom. So it was a pretty fun stage actually in my life that I was able to do that. So I'm really proud of that.
And how are you doing this time around? So does anything about the third baby feel different for you?
I was worried that it would feel different. My husband and I were both worried. We're like, are we gonna, we have, especially him, my first son, it was like his first son. He's like, I hope that I'm gonna love him the same way and feel the same way. And I was like, don't worry, you are. It's gonna be a natural thing when he's born. And so I'm so happy. Obviously, he fell into it, and he's definitely a great dad to his his second child, and I am to my third. But you have to allow them to be their own personalities and show their type of love to you, and you show them the most amount of love that you possibly can so that they can truly shine. I don't know. For me, I think there's a natural maternal thing that, I try to actually do everything at once, and I sometimes have to catch myself and slow it down so that I can have space and the wellness for myself to have a good, clear mind and know that there are people that can help, whether it's my husband, put him to work, or luckily sometimes I have my mom, or we'll hire a nanny or a babysitter or something like that too. But, I like to make sure that I take care of myself, knowing that I'd like to do it all. I don't know.
One thing that I really appreciate about your Instagram presence is that you show us Christina Milian, the mom, having kids in your family. But then there's also Christina and Matt, the couple going on vacation and traveling. And it feels like such a balanced approach that I feel like a lot of moms and just parents in general don't know how to have, or don't feel like they have permission to have that. So for you, is this something that's very intentional, an intentional approach?
The intentional approach is at least once a month, my husband and I try to do something together. Even if it's a staycation or a little mini getaway, 1 to 2 days is all we need. Honestly, even by the second day, it's usually 1.5 days, because by the half of the second day, we're like, let's go home, we miss the kids. But we know that we've had that full day and a half, and that's usually how we plan it. But we have that for ourselves. It's there's nothing better than loving yourself so that you could be the best person that you can be for your children. As far as what I share on Instagram, I think for me, those are just naturally how my life is. It's just how it goes. My husband's, he intentionally likes to make sure that he's always around, especially for the kids. This was a big deal for him. He's actually started working on his show right now for the last 6 months. So I actually took time off, and of course I just had a baby, to make sure that he was around the kids and didn't feel like it was a thing where he had to be away from them just because he was working. We try to make sure that we sometimes make certain sacrifices so that our family can be together, and so that we could be mentally stable and just happy. Because honestly, I even get weird when I'm away from my kids for too long. I miss them.